Hey everyone, and welcome to the show. You ever notice how sometimes the pressure's on, the stakes are high, and you just completely eat it? You know what I'm talking about? That moment when you need to be at your best, but instead, you find yourself face down on the metaphorical pavement. Well, today we're diving deep into the psychology behind why we often perform at our worst when it matters most. We're gonna unpack the top reasons we crumble under pressure, and more importantly, how to avoid becoming a highlight reel of epic fails. Let's be honest, stress is the ultimate party crasher. It sneaks in when you least expect it, turning a fun time into a nightmare. It shows up uninvited, wreaks havoc, and leaves us feeling like we got hit by a truck. The aftermath is always a mess, leaving us to pick up the pieces. And the worst part? Stress can completely sabotage our performance. It clouds our judgment and makes even the simplest tasks seem insurmountable. Think about it. Sweaty palms, racing heart, that feeling you get right before a big presentation. It's like your body is betraying you at the worst possible moment. Yeah, that's stress hijacking your nervous system. It takes control, leaving you feeling powerless and overwhelmed. Studies have shown that even a little bit of stress can throw off your game. It can make it hard to concentrate, to remember things, and to stay on task. In fact, research from the University of California, Berkeley found that even mild stress can impair working memory by up to 20%. That's a significant drop in cognitive function. That's like trying to solve a complex math problem while riding a roller coaster, not exactly a recipe for success. The chaos makes it nearly impossible to think straight. But here's the kicker. Stress isn't always a bad thing. It has a dual nature, and sometimes it can actually work in our favor. Believe it or not, a little bit of stress can actually be beneficial. It can sharpen our senses and push us to perform better. It's that sweet spot, that in the zone feeling where we're alert, focused, and performing at our peak. This is where stress becomes an ally rather than an enemy. The key is learning how to manage stress and harness its power for good. Techniques like mindfulness, exercise, and proper planning can make a world of difference. Because let's face it, stress isn't going anywhere. It's a constant in our fast-paced modern lives. So we might as well learn to work with it, right? By understanding stress and developing strategies to cope, we can turn it from a foe into a friend. We've all been there. Deadlines looming, the panic setting in, and that sinking realization that we're woefully unprepared. It's like trying to build a house without any tools or blueprints, a recipe for disaster. The truth is, lack of preparation is a surefire way to sabotage our success. When we don't put in the time and effort up front, we're essentially setting ourselves up for failure. And the statistics don't lie. A study published in the Journal of Personality and Social Psychology found that students who procrastinated on studying for an exam performed significantly worse than those who spaced out their studying over time. No surprise there, right? But here's the thing. Preparation isn't just about memorizing facts or practicing a speech a million times. It's about building confidence, reducing anxiety, and feeling prepared to tackle whatever challenges come our way. Think of it like this. The more prepared you are, the less you have to stress about. And the less you stress, the better you perform. It's a win-win. Overthinking, we've all been there. Stuck in our heads, analyzing every possible outcome, second-guessing ourselves into oblivion. It's a mental trap that can feel impossible to escape. It's like our brain is a runaway train, and we're just along for the ride, unable to hit the brakes or change direction. And the worst part? Overthinking can completely paralyze us, preventing us from taking action and reaching our full potential. It creates a barrier between where we are and where we want to be. It's like trying to hit a home run while simultaneously analyzing your swing, the pitcher's throw, and the trajectory of the ball, not exactly conducive to knocking it out of the park. The more we think, the less we do. Studies have shown that overthinking can lead to increased anxiety, decreased performance, and even physical health problems. The mental strain can manifest in various ways, affecting both our mind and body. In fact, a study published in the Journal of Anxiety Disorders found that people who engage in excessive worry and rumination are more likely to experience symptoms of generalized anxiety disorder. This constant state of worry can be debilitating. The key to overcoming overthinking is to learn how to quiet the noise in our heads and focus on the present moment. Techniques like mindfulness and meditation can be incredibly effective, because when we're able to get out of our own way, we open ourselves up to a world of possibilities. We start to see opportunities instead of obstacles, and our path to success becomes clearer. Taking decisive action, even if it's imperfect, can break the cycle of overthinking. It empowers us to move forward and make progress one step at a time. Fear of failure, that little voice inside our heads that whispers, "What if you're not good enough?" Or "What if you fail?" This voice can be relentless, echoing in our minds at the most crucial moments. It can be a powerful force, holding us back from pursuing our dreams and reaching our full potential. It makes us question our abilities and doubt our worth. And the crazy part is, this fear is often rooted in our own minds. It's a creation of our insecurities and past experiences. We build up these imaginary scenarios where everything goes wrong, where every step we take leads to disaster, and then we let those fears dictate our actions. We hesitate, we procrastinate, and sometimes we don't even try. But here's the thing, failure is a part of life. It's an inevitable part of the journey. Everyone experiences setbacks, disappointments, and moments where they fall flat on their face. It's universal, and it's what makes us human. The key is to reframe our perspective on failure. Instead of seeing it as a dead end, we can view it as a stepping stone. Instead of viewing it as a negative, we can choose to see it as an opportunity for growth, learning, and resilience. Because the truth is, some of our greatest successes often come from our biggest failures. It's in those moments of struggle that we find our true strength. It's in those moments of defeat that we learn the most valuable lessons and develop the strength to keep going. We become more resilient, more determined. So don't let fear hold you back. Don't let it paralyze you or keep you from chasing your dreams. Embrace the possibility of failure and use it as fuel to propel you forward. Let it be the fire that ignites your passion and drives you to succeed. Remember, every failure is a lesson, and every lesson brings you one step closer to your goals. So face your fears head on and let them be the catalyst for your growth and success. We live in a world where it feels like everyone has an opinion, and those opinions can feel like a ton of pressure. Whether it's pressure from family, friends, society, or even social media, it can be tough to stay true to ourselves when we're constantly bombarded by external expectations. But here's the thing. We get to choose what we let influence us. We have the power to set boundaries, to tune out the noise, and to focus on what truly matters to us. It's not always easy, but it's essential for living an authentic and fulfilling life. Remember, you are the author of your own story. Don't let anyone else hold the pen. So there you have it, folks. The top reasons we often don't show up as our best selves when it matters most. But remember, knowledge is power and can change everything. And by understanding the forces at play, we can learn to navigate those high-pressure situations with grace and resilience. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the psychology of performance, be sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more awesome content and insights. And remember, you've got this. You've